Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
Because I presented a note to council, not a memo, ordinarily I should not be here, but because notes are usually not discussed, they are often noted, but because of the importance, council was of the considered view that I should brief, and the note was about the need to take notice of the increased number of road traffic crashes on federal highways. This arose because every month we get reports from the FRSC, who are usually one of the first arrivals at road traffic crashes on federal highways. Those reports are addressed to the presidency through the SGF, where the FRSC is domiciled, but they're copied to my office, and we pay attention to these things. And we saw unusually high numbers in January 2021, and we compared them with January 2020, and with January 2019, and with January 2018, and we did. So we saw that this was something that needed to be focused on. We saw that for the month of January, the number of people who died from road crashes exceeded the combined numbers of people who died from malaria and COVID together for the same month. And whilst malaria and COVID were receiving national concerted attention, perhaps it was necessary to bring this to the attention of government as part of our strategy for protecting life and property. So we identified the need for various actions to be taken from municipal, local government levels to state and national level, and I acknowledge the fact that after this memo was listed, I got notice of a presidential committee, the National Road Safety Advisory Council, which will be inaugurated tomorrow by the Office of the Vice President, which is one step in the right direction under the aegis of the National Economic Council. So that should bring all the 36 states together, and we can take this conversation also there. We highlighted the fact that my office has asked the FRSC to focus on 3 roads: the Lagos-Ibadan highway, the Abuja-Kano highway, and the Abuja-Keffi-Lafia highway, which showed from the data we studied that they had the cumulative highest number of accidents. If we reduce accidents in those three main highways, we would have really dented the number. So we started a process since April. We should collate the figure by the end of June, hopefully, or into July, including installation of road traffic signs, more patrol. We are looking at also putting speed meters on the highway. There's a combination of factors, and also trying to educate drivers. We saw that the biggest factor for these accidents: overspeeding, loss of control, wrongful overtaking, brake failure, tire blowouts. One thing that all of this points to is the role of the driver. Consistently over the years, and this data is available, the impact of bad roads on accidents was less than 2%. As big as that may be, it's less than 2%. These factors I have mentioned, overspeeding, loss of control, wrongful overtaking, and all of that, cumulate to over 70%. If we reduce this, we bring the numbers down. So I think our focus as a government is that we've agreed that the driver has a role to play, starting from education, certification from all levels. So this is going to be a multidisciplinary activity from ministries of education, ministries of information, the FRSC in terms of how they test, and the states and the local governments, as the case may be, how they test, how they certify drivers. We are hopeful that FRSC will start something like a random check on the highway for people to produce their driver's license, just do random tests, and that awareness hopefully will reduce the number of uncertified drivers on the road, because they are also a very big source of the problem. So these essentially are the highlights. Just to also point out that we recently signed a National Health Act, and one of the key elements of the Health Act is the development of an emergency life support system, because road traffic crashes are an occurrence everywhere in the world. The problem is, can you bring it down? And should a road traffic crash lead to death? So emergency life support is also critical in that area. So this is the sum and substance of the note that was presented to Council. Thank you very much.